welcome into Market Day Report. I am Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. There, I said it. That's the first time. Maybe we'll count today. Who knows? Thanks for joining us. If you're just joining us, and if you've been with us all day, you deserve a blue ribbon. That's pretty good stuff. It's my job to make you stay. See if we get any help from any of these prices. Let's take a look at corn. What's corn doing for us here today? And it's lower, right? And it's gone. September corn is off 5 1/4 cents, 674 1/2. While diesel is off 6 1/2 cents to 670 3/4. About the middle of the day's range, really. So kind of languishing there. How about soybeans? This one too is mixed. Let's call it mixed. SEP is up 6 cents, 15.19 even. While we've got the new crop down just 1/4. So not a lot happening there. And now down 1/2 at 14.32 even in Novi new crop. So that one is just kind of, as you go out the deferreds, you actually have a little bit of a gain on the tail there. March and May up between 3/4 and 1/2 cents. So interesting board, mixed, not a lot happening. Let's see what's going on in Chicago wheat. This one's tacking on some gains now. September's up 8. It's nice to see some up arrows, isn't it, every now and again? 806 1/4 is last, and that's SEP. That's up 8. 16 1/4 cents higher. And Dees to 837 even, 2 1/4 cents off the highs. There you go. Hard red wheat, Kansas City, the old HRW down there. How about September up 11 1/4 cents to 920 even? That is a new high. And we've got Dees right behind it, 14 1/4 cents higher. 912 even is last, and that's about a penny and a half off the highs there. Spring wheat in Minnesota. Minnesota is up 2 1/2 cents. Kind of a quiet day there. 907 is last. That's a new high, though. And we've got Dees up 3 1/2 cents to 924 even. All right, and then we have to take a quick peek at cotton. What's cotton doing? Well, it's up 122 points in that Dees contract. There we go. 113.54 is last. And then before we bring on Ryan, I want to take a quick peek at what's going on in the crude market. It's off 45 cents right now, if my numbers are correct. All right, let's bring in Ryan Kelbrants from CHS. Ryan, thanks for joining the show. What do you got for us here today? There we go. I love a little bit of live action. That's good. Maybe I would say this. Maybe you should stick with your picture, though. I don't know. We'll see.
Always happy to be here. Always happy to be here. Well, we started out, we've been choppy overnight. I was keeping an eye on things, and we were up and down, came into lower markets here, but we did have a nice release from the USDA at 8 a.m. of daily export sales of 167,000 tons of beans for delivery to China during the 22-23 marketing year. So during the session here, we've had some ethanol numbers come out just about an hour and 15 minutes ago. Ethanol production for the last full week of the 21-22 marketing year fell 17,000 barrels a day to a 17-week low to 970,000 barrels a day. Production was lower versus expectations. Ethanol stocks dropped last week 274,000 to 23.5 million barrels, but they remain a pretty hefty number. They're about 11.5% above the 5-week, above the same time as last year. So it does reflect a little bit of a minor import of a little over 10.5 million gallons, but stocks were off a little more than expected. So gasoline demand rose slightly week on week from 8.43 million barrels to 8.59. Last year at this time, we were burning about 9.5 million barrels per day during the same period. So what we're keeping an eye on is these recessionary fears. Crude oil's firmed up a little bit. It's only down 46 cents right now. Fighting continues in Ukraine. That adds a risk premium. Watching the weather here in the U.S. and then the Chinese placing some of their citizens under a lockdown due to some fresh COVID outbreaks is kind of have things a little bit shaky here. But tomorrow we're going to have export sales with a question mark there, and the USDA is going to push out some grain crushing numbers. And then on Monday, which is Labor Day, keep in mind that the grain and oilseed markets will be closed, and that includes Sunday night session. So, but a week from Labor Day, everybody's eyes are going to be on the next USDA crop production, supply and demand, and crop progress numbers too. So that's what we're kind of looking at today, and then the markets are really choppy.
All right, well, real quick question. We have 20 seconds, but when I did my radio show, it seemed like we rallied $3 in crude oil. Is there anything that came out? Did the Saudis say something about protecting it?
You know, there was no headlines. There was a couple tweets, but unconfirmed news. So I don't want to speculate on that type of thing. But I think a little bit of that break and then just the volatility right around $90 a barrel seems to be kind of the sweet spot. But just keep an eye on what's going on with China, the largest importer of energy.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you very much, Ryan Kelbrants. He's with CHS. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk with me about livestock after these messages.